Hey, hi, I'm Oraldo from It's Tejano Time.
And I'm Nemo
And
from Tejano, USA.
review, and you're watching Tejano Talk on YouTube. All right,
Thank you for
no
joining
glitches
us.
this. Yes, no glitches this week so far. Knock on wood. Let's hopefully like that. All right. So, what you been up to, Nemo? I hadn't seen you since last week.
I know. I'm happy that you're on today. Thank you very much for
Yes,
showing up. Hope the system
me
doesn't
too.
go down because I was trying to think of things to talk about, and I couldn't think of anything that was, family friendly. I started thinking all this other stuff. I'm saying, nah, we need
Okay.
a Ronaldo back in here.
All right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do an imitation of you. Okay, you ready for it?
Very nice.
Okay, let me do it. All right, ready, everybody? Let's talk about the weather. Why did you say that last week when it's a Tejano talk show? You said, let's talk about the weather.
Well, when there's nothing else, when all else fails, you always talk about the weather.
Oh,
Whenever
man.
you're in an
Okay.
awkward situation, it's the best go-to subject you could always talk to, and everybody has an opinion about the weather. It's not
Yeah,
like you talk
that's
about
true.
politics or religion or nothing like that. So weather's a pretty safe subject, and that's just a go-to. Like,
Okay.
oh man, it's hot, or in that particular weekend, it was like raining really hard,
Oh, yeah, it was.
and that was in the news, so it was a good topic.
Yes. But in the future,
No,
this is your homework. This is
in
your
the
homework,
future,
Nemo.
don't leave me stranded.
That's
Okay,
true. But if
okay,
something
that's
happens,
your homework. Get
we're going to
better
create a
internet
list.
system.
You're going to create a list of
You could create
topics that
it.
you can talk about. I did. I sent it to you like
Okay.
months ago. All right. So we decided we're not going to get into the chat or the live chat until the first 10 minutes is over because we want to give you time to prepare. And I did send out a teaser on Facebook and on YouTube about 5:30. And our topic of the day is, let's see, is Tejano dead? Okay, I think it's kind of obvious what we're both going to say here. And what can we do to make it grow? Okay, so Nemo, what are your thoughts?
Is it dead? Is it dead where? Like, is it
Oh,
dead in Texas? Is it dead in San Antonio? Is it dead in the general market? That's a large. There's a large boundary for that. Um, is Tejano dead? It's like rock and roll. Rock and roll will never die. Tejano will never
yeah,
die.
yeah, I know. I hear some of these talk shows. They talk about is Tejano dead, but it's not dead. Every like you said, uh, different genres like rock, it has its time and stuff, and country, it has its heyday and it's coming back down, and everybody just goes back and forth. So, Tejano's going through maybe some growing pains. I don't know. All right,
Maybe some, not growing pains. I think.
not growing pains.
I think we're in hospice.
Oh no, it's not that bad.
Nice is that we're at as a nursing facility right now. We need to
Nurse, no,
get
no,
better.
no, Nemo. It's
No,
nothing
all
like
right.
that. No, no.
So what do you,
It's
where do you think we stand at? I mean, tell me. We don't have in the general markets, like the big markets such as Dallas, Fort Worth, probably the largest market. They don't have a radio station fully Tejano. I don't think Houston has one. I know Corpus does. I think Austin does. San Antonio
okay.
does, but they're smaller markets. So let's talk about
Okay.
the large markets.
Now, back in the 90s, the internet wasn't that great. But I don't know if you about you, but I've been on YouTube, I've been scrolling the internet. There are a lot of internet radio stations out there. Have you seen some?
Oh, I've tuned into a lot of them. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. See,
But it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, and they don't generate revenue like the your
that's true.
general market radio would do, and so you can't really rate them either. The rating system is kind of hard to tell. I mean, they get a lot of listeners and stuff, and you get a lot of
Yeah.
listeners, but they always come from like say Japan, or they come from Wisconsin, or they come from other places.
Oh no.
Everybody, I
I,
mean,
I look at I look at my just for it's time. I look at my what do you call
demographics.
it? Yeah, my demographics and stuff, and I'd say that maybe I think 2% or 2 to 5% might be coming from Mexico, and I don't see any from Japan but that's probably gonna develop later.
Right. So how many are from the DFW area?
It doesn't break it down like that yet, or I
That's what
haven't
I'm saying.
broken it
Most
down.
people, most are going to be like in your rural cities, like again Wisconsin, or in those areas where they have to rely on the internet to get Tejano music or a good Tejano programming.
Yeah. Well, like Fort Worth, you guys don't get the jalapeno network on the AM station like we do in Dallas, like we said last week. So you have to either get to an internet radio station or the app, right? And I enjoy the apps. And Houston's got a big app. Dallas Fort Worth's got a big app. I guess we're going to say that Poncho's from DFW, even though the jalapeno network is based out of San Antonio.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Pancho is DFW.
Right. And oh, matter of fact, my friend Lawrence, DJ Indio, he has an internet radio show. I mean, station. It's called QVO Radio. And if you just Google search that, you can listen to it. Uh, it's been a while since I've been on it, but
We
go
have
ahead.
plenty of them here. I mean, we have like Texican, we have like
Mm.
Tejano Best. You have. I mean, I think even Stevie D had a radio station,
Oh,
internet radio
really?
station. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's plenty around. Just I'm sure all you gotta click on Google Tejano Internet
Okay.
Radio and they'll all pop up. But how do
Yeah.
you rate them? That's the question. Which one's the best? Everybody says they're best. There's one called Chingon Radio, and
Oh,
so, and there's
is
just a
it
lot of them.
okay? You know what? I do have like an app. I mean, I created a folder with a bunch of let's see, I see here. I've got Houston's Tejano, Tejano's Best, and Puro Tejano, and then the Jalapeno Network. I also have. Those are the four that I picked and
Are,
researched.
are these apps or these
These are
actual radio
apps.
stations? Okay.
These are apps. The radio stations, other than the two that contacted me, and uh, Lawrence's QVO Radio. Uh, I, I think those are the call signs. I don't know if they do call signs like that, but he actually on his show he actually pays for ASCAP, and you know what ASCAP is.
Wow, does he really?
Yeah, the station. So he really is a true radio on the internet because a lot of these other internet radios they don't pay any kind of they don't belong to ASCAP radios, and there's several different ones that you pay a little bit. Well, you pay a lot, and it just distributes a little bit to every artist and the writers
But
and stuff like that.
yeah, it's such a ripoff. I mean, you should read the story about how Peter Frampton, how he did with ASCAP, and you'll be so disappointed with ASCAP.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean
know how
it's
how it
pennies.
works, but
Yeah.
that's somebody like Peter Frampton. Can you imagine somebody like
Oh
say
yeah.
Presión or somebody local stuff that has a CD
Well,
out and stuff or
do you remember the story about Whitney Houston? She died basically penniless because she didn't. All she was, well, she was a great singer, but she didn't write the music. She didn't do anything creative other than sing the songs. So
was she
she didn't.
really penniless? Really?
Well, she didn't die rich. Let's put it this way. And you would think Whitney Houston made lots of money. She
Yeah,
did well. The I guess the artists they usually make their money on live concerts and merch,
right.
right? Okay. Uh, you know what? Let me. I already said what the topic of the day is. We've got several people online already, but let me tell you again because we're here about supporting Tejano music, and let's see. Right here, I created a list, a small list. Like we already talked about Imagen Studio. That's Lawrence's DJ Endios and QVC Radio. Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Bumper actually he has something on Friday called Frito Pie Fridays, and he does he gets artists to send like new artists their new music. He sends it, they send it to him, and he plays gives them airtime because some of the radio stations don't give new artists airtime, right?
I don't
It's
know. I
kind of hard.
mean, isn't I mean,
Is
how
what?
do you how does one get on the radios? I mean, there you go.
I
So
don't subscribe. Okay. Uh, I don't know. I
hit the
really don't.
like
We should
button, blah blah
hit the
blah
like
blah,
button,
whatever. Anyway,
click the
so yeah,
bell.
so how does uh how does one get on the radio whenever you're an artist, grow up and coming artist? You have to go
Yeah,
talk to the PD directors and stuff. I mean, we give them some
probably.
cash. How does that work?
You know, funny you said that, but I remember watching some documentaries a long time ago. Back in like rock and roll days, like Elvis Presley days, they used to have to bribe the DJs to
Yeah,
do that, and
yeah.
then I think it became illegal to do that. But you know,
Payola.
something probably happens. Yeah, exactly, under
Yeah.
the table and all that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's not how they make their money. And what's that? What's that called? Those streaming uh, uh, sites right now. I forgot the name of it. A series like not series radio, but I've got one that I listen to some podcasts at, and what is it called?
They're called
Spotify. Spotify. Yeah,
Spotify's
they
popular.
don't pay like so. ASCAP probably really they never really made their money off of the radio like that.
So I know we're so starting now. We're going to start going to the chat line 10 after. We're going to try and hit it every 10 after or on the tens at 10 at 20 after at 30 after 40.
Okay.
So it doesn't interrupt our flow because Lord knows we don't need anything interrupting our flow. So
It's
it is 10 after actually 11. You want to hit a few our
okay.
people
All right. Let's
chiming in?
see. Okay, the first one is Sam.
There's
How's it going,
Sam,
Sam?
Sam the man.
All right. He's been here 3 days I mean 3 weeks in a row. He's
Yes,
our
sir.
number one.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And then let's
Appreciate you,
see.
Sam.
Yeah, thank you. Always love it when he contributes. Let's see. We got my friend Lawrence. He says, "Hey fellows," he's good there. Hey, we got your friend here, or
What
our
up,
friend Jerry. What's up? Like that.
Jerry?
Hey Jerry,
He has some questions for you, Jerry.
I do, but let me say hi to everybody first, and I'll get back to your question because I'm going to propose something for you. Okay. Let's see. Mocking Studio. Lawrence says, okay, here's his input. He says, Tejano is not dead. What often happens is the people with the mindset believe that due to living in a bubble and not being aware of the new music. See, that's true. And Lawrence, he does a great job of introducing new artists. He's interviewing a lot of new. You know what? I, last week I said he does a lot of artists, but I meant interviewing artists. Okay,
Yeah, I remember.
and he does. I mean, some of the new artists that I did say something about the Selena effect uh, last week, and I say this a couple of times, but there's like a few of the artists that he has is Madison Polito. We just talked about her a
We
while
just
ago.
talked about her, and we just saw her. I want to know how is she related to Bobby? Just they're fifth
I
cousins.
think
What?
I think they're
Yeah.
cousins, but
Hmm.
who knows? They probably are. Let's see, Monica Saldivar, right?
DFW
Uh,
local.
yes, from Grand Prairie, and I think she's a teacher. Is
Wow,
she?
very
I
nice.
think she is. I
That
think
I don't know. Let's get her
I'm not
on and
sure.
find out.
We will hopefully. Marticela Hernandez, Gabriela Martinez, Rebecca Valadez is not a new artist, but
Rebecca is top
she's
rated
she's awesome.
vocalist. Yeah,
Yes, she used to sing backup vocals for Mas
Mas.
back in the day.
Mhm.
Estupido Romantico was the one I remember her from,
Yeah,
and
very
I
nice.
did the interview with her back in the '90s and when she was real young, like that. And uh, you know what? I didn't air that interview, and I probably should. I might go with, like throwback uh, on Tejano. It's Tejano time and show some of the videos that I didn't like. She was awesome, but I didn't like the way I was framed out and stuff. But
Yeah,
so
let's worry about you. Not worry about the context.
I'm not vain at
Let's
all. And
let's
then
go.
Patsy Torres,
Uh-oh.
and then I already said Ram. He had a great interview for Ram. So
Are we
let's
not doing the
see.
chat line no more?
Yeah, yeah, we're doing it. Okay, let's see. We said hi to Jerry. Let's see, Bumper. Let's see, what did Bumper say? Said many HD2 FMs stations in big cities. What's HD2?
It's
What,
on
what
your
is it?
FM. Most radios, most new cars have it now. It's HD radio
Oh,
stations. They high def. You click on 107.5 has Johnny and Bolillo in the mornings and stuff. They're
okay.
HD2 radio. They're at Tejano.
I guess I have to check that out, or maybe my car's not that fancy.
You
Here's
should have it. Just go to 107.5, and once you see once you see the HD come on, at that
okay.
point you could hit a button. It should be able to go to HD2.
Okay, I'll try to check it out. All right, Sam says, uh, "Our here live to how I don't know. Shows are not what they used to be in the, but it's played on radio, and most importantly, at family gatherings and parties, and young people are being introduced to. You know what? Part of the question of the day is I wanted to hit this. Okay, so what can we do to improve it? And Sam hit it on the button. I hit it on the head. Is that the saying? Okay, on the button. Uh, I
Where
think,
is that?
yeah, I'm not very good at repeating sayings and stuff like that.
Oh no,
But
really?
really, I don't know. Um, but I one okay, well, let's see what other people are saying first, and then I'll look after that. Okay, Lawrence, he says this is kind of small for me, so I can't read it too much. Let's see. I looked for input about launching an app, and the majority of the response was they were tired of downloading another app and the space it takes on their phone. So I have a web app based website. Yes, and it's QBO Radio. Okay. Thanks, Lawrence. And
Good for you,
go.
Lawrence, because I'm in agreement there because there's so many apps out there now, and so many radio stations want you to do their download their apps and stuff, and so that's good information right there.
Yeah. Now, but for us, I think an app like uh, Poncho's app, because you can't get a good radio set, clear Tejano radio station. Other than I guess the HD. I don't know. I've never seen it. I've
Oh,
never
they see
done that
that
before.
perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but the app, that's what I do if I'm like on a road trip because I don't like all the static and I just put it in on the Poncho's app. It says he said there are music promoters that I work with who represent a staple of artists, and the distribution music is the station like mine. Okay.
Hey, so real quick, what kind of
Yes.
car do you drive that you still have static and you don't have HD? Is it like
I
I'm
have a
starting to wonder here, man,
I have a
because
CRV.
who listens
I
to
have a s-
static radio still? I mean,
uh, well, I have a CRV and it's a 2000, I don't know, 14 or
yeah,
13.
you should definitely be with
I
better
ne-
equipment there.
I've never
But,
seen other than Sirius radio on it.
all
I've
right,
tried.
all right.
And Bumper says payola. Yeah, that's probably what they did back in the days. Yeah, and let's see. Bumper also says we live in a different time. We get music from many different forms. Yep, we sure do. That's why.
Mixcloud, SoundCloud, yeah, on the Spotify.
Exactly.
There's Apple
Yeah.
Music, everything. Yeah.
Yep. And he said there is many new artists, good and bad. People just need to be open to new music. Yes, like Frito Pie Friday, he does that. He introduces new music, and I don't know if I haven't listened to too many Frito Pies, but you can give thumbs up, thumbs down. I think
So
he
yeah, how
creates it
does that
when he
happen,
does.
Bumper? So what do you do? I mean, what if this guy has only been in the music for say a month, and this other guy been in the music for 4 years? Do you think he deserves the same kind of airplay? I mean,
Good question. I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
Bumper. That's a good question for Bumper to answer later. I think he said he's in a meeting, so he's going to be in and out if possible. But that's a good question. That's a real good question.
because a lot of times they come in too early. They haven't paid their dues. They haven't been out there. They don't sound 100% all together. They might be talented singers, but you still need to be able to click with your band and music and stuff. So, and then I think when you put them out too early, that makes Tejano sound bad. What it
Yeah,
does.
and some music doesn't get produced very well. I
A
mean,
lot of
so
music,
like
a lot of music,
yes,
a
exactly.
lot of music. Even like regular, performers.
Right. They
They don't.
think
They
if
don't.
they
They have poor producing. Yeah.
yeah they think if they get a mic, they're professional. But they don't have it mixed and stuff like that. Like Sevi, we were talking about Sevi from Texas Latino, the keyboardist. He's the main guy. He's Slack Monster Studio. Uh, he produces a lot of great music, and I think I was listening to uh, Texas Latino, the lead singer. I think his name is Gabe Rivera. I think it is. He's an awesome singer. I mean, I love listening to his voice. Have you heard it lately?
Not the new guy, no.
Okay, well, you need to check it out. He's great. Everybody needs to check out Texas Latino. Let's see. Sam, he says, "You're right, Bumper. Tons of music out there. Great interviews with Shelly last week. Yes, that was a great interview with Shelly. I enjoyed it, and thank you, Bumper. Y'all gave us a shout out, and Shelly says that.
All
So
right.
yeah, she's trying to get us some of her videos, and she's got the same problem I had when I first started. They're all on VHS, and she's got to digitize them. And I even thought that I said, you know what? She might not even have VHS players. And I said, you know what? I should probably go on a long weekend if she's open to it, or maybe during Christmas break, because I have a month off. I'll go there, bring my decks and bring my converter, and I'll digitize a lot of that for her. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. Or maybe I might send her one, a digitizer.
Just FedEx it. Just get a FedEx and send it back to her. I think you'll be
No,
okay.
I want to talk to her.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
I'll bring the
know.
camera.
Creepy.
Okay.
That's creepy, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to stalk her like I did back in the day to somebody we know. Okay, let's see. Here's Lawrence. He says the reason ASCAP, BMI, yeah, BMI is another one, and CSAC, I don't know what that one is, are important is that it registers the artist's catalog for awards. Oh, such as in order to consider the vocalist of the year, you need a catalog to be nominated. Ah, I never knew that. Did you?
Yeah, I no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
But do they get paid? That's the question.
Probably not. Sort of like Spotify, they don't pay for unless they get like they might get a penny for like 10,000 hits or something like
Yeah.
that.
it's sad.
Jerry said it's hard to get into new music these days.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree
yeah,
with Jerry 100%. I
yeah.
mean,
Because
that sounds so
yeah.
just
Oh,
run of
oh
the
my
mill
God,
kind of music.
Nemo. I listened to Sunny Salcedo's new one. You're right. That's an awesome song. I love it. It's kind of a little rocky, and there's another one I heard was After Party. Have you heard that one?
Sonny's?
It's yeah, Sunny's. It's
Uh,
a well, the lyrics in it says After Party. I don't know what the real name of the song is, but After Party it's got Spanglish in it. It's part Spanish and English in it, and it's a good one. I love that one. Uh, you know what? I would consider Sunny Salcedo one of my favorite show bands now. I
oh,
really
yeah?
like his stuff.
He's
Okay.
always been good. Yeah, he's definitely an
Oh yeah,
entertainer.
Grupo Vida with Eddie. Part of the reason why I like Eddie is because Sonny was there. He had an awesome show. The reason why I picked last week was Jaime de Anda because he plays and dances with the accordion. Sonny does the same thing, even back then. I don't know if Eddie brought the dance to it or Sonny brought it. I have a feeling Sonny brought it in.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Hyman was here before Sonny.
Well, yes, but I mean for Eddie, you know what I'm talking about?
The
When I said
dance.
well, yes, you're right. But I was thinking that I like you asked me which one does it better, and I
Right.
said Jaime,
You're right.
uh, and I did Jaime does it better for me, and then and I said that Eddie was there's only one stage diver, and that's Eddie, but it's close because I forgot to add in Sonny. If I did Sonny and Eddie versus Jaime, I might have to throw it back to Grupo Vida and Eddie Gonzalez.
Even with Art. I remember Art, the Hirina with them.
Art Terrajina. I don't
He was
art.
with Grupo Vida.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah,
He came
he's a
after
great
Eddie.
he's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot Art was after Eddie, after they
Yeah.
split up. Uh let's see. Lawrence, he says music should be heard regardless of how long you've been in the business. The only barometer should be the quality of the production. That's where a lot of new artists screw up because they don't put in the money for production, in my opinion. Like that. Let's see.
Okay,
Bumper.
so at that point, because they don't put in the production, does program director, do they play him? Should they play him? Do they have to play him? I mean,
No,
and if they
well,
don't, is that not giving the new artist a chance? I mean, what exactly are you talking about there? I mean,
what
there's a lot there.
you could tell somebody put in their best effort in their music, and most of it's because of production. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to produce, but if you want quality, you got to pay. Just like this, I could have done some free software that
Yeah,
could
that didn't
break
work.
down all the time.
That didn't work at all.
Oh
We
no,
tried. We tried. We
this
tried.
wasn't this was not a software issue. This was the internet. And last week I said that YouTube
No, at the
sucks.
first, remember before you purchased everything, it was a whole different ball game too.
Oh, that's
This
true.
seems to go a lot smoother.
Yes, and but I said YouTube sucks. Big mistake. I meant my internet provider sucks.
No.
So let's see. Bumper said agreed, but there's still young new artists that can give an A artist the run for the money. That's true. So some artists, unfortunately, they coast on their name, right?
So Bumper, who would you say would be one of the artists that you're saying would give who for run for their money?
Oh, okay. Uh, let's see. He might say, okay, here's Lawrence. It said, Ask BMI are US and CCAS is European. Okay. And they pay royalties small, but it's still something. That's true. Okay. Yes. We'll wait for Bumper later. He might be busy, but let's get back to Jerry. Okay. Jerry, let's see. Let me see where Jerry said. Where is he back? Jerry. Whoops. He said something. Uh, was it Jerry or was it Sam that said?
It was Jerry that said the new music is not the same.
Uh, no. Someone said about uh, events. Where's that at? Man, I should probably.
Jerry said it's hard to get into new music these days. What do you
No,
say?
no. I was asking about how do we
Oh,
get.
Sam said that you play it at events where the family gatherings are at, so that
Right.
the younger crowd can get into it.
Okay, that's true. And I remember this is last week. I thought I finished my history on how I got started. Okay, that
Uh-oh,
was
here we go.
part one. Okay, I told you the story of Tejano Time. Now there's part two, which it's Tejano Time. Okay, this one's a little sad. Okay, a year ago, last April, a friend of mine passed away who is a big supporter of Tejano Time, and his name was Jose Mora. Do you remember Jose Mora? He was in Arlington. He had Casa Jose, my favorite
Great,
place to
great
eat.
restaurant. Great restaurant. Yeah,
Yes.
you could gain a lot of weight there.
Yes, I did. But it burnt down, and he ended up going somewhere else. And I tried to visit as much as possible, but he was uh, uh, he was very good to me. Let's put it that way. And he's a big time supporter. Even Pancho said when I told him that he passed away, Pancho was kind of sad because Pancho said that Jose actually helped his get back on the radio and is like one of his first sponsors back on when he had a little hiatus. And so, but I went to his funeral. Actually, it's the first funeral I ever went to the mass and to the grave too. And that's how important he was to me. I didn't even do that for my grandparents because when I was a kid,
You and your family,
I was
right?
I was young. I was young. Okay, but
So what does that mean? Because you were young, you weren't allowed to go, or what?
well, I didn't. Uh, this is how much this man meant to me.
All
Okay, that I
right.
was willing to go. Okay, I still kind of tear up sometimes when I think about it. But uh, I saw a bunch of my Tano friends. Like Americo was there, and I hadn't seen him in a while. And some of the people from Tejano's From the Music, like uh, I was I saw a bunch of people there, but I didn't get to see some of the other people. They just couldn't make it, and I'll talk about them later. Uh, and they said that, buddy, you need to put back Tejano music. Jose would have loved that, like that. And I said, well, it was going to cost me a lot of money to digitize all that, like what Shelly's going through. But I found this later on that summer. I found this
Converter.
digitizer, yeah, converter for $150, and went on eBay and bought a couple VHS players, and I started digitizing them, and that's how I started back on It's Tejano Time. Is because it's more of like a tribute to my friend Jose Mora,
Hmm.
and that's one reason why I'm back. And and then I fell back in love with Tejano music. It's been a uh, for those people that had noticed, like I've been out of Tejano music for 20 plus years, and it brought back my joy. That's why I decided to do this. I mean, I was happy, getting married. I got married, got my degree, had my child, but it was a different type of happiness. And so that's what people need for these younger kids. They need to experience Tejano in joyful memories. So I don't know if quinceañeras have been going down. Do you see that quinceañeras are still around, but they're not as prevalent as
Yeah,
before?
that's gonna be forever. That's gonna be, you know, the Hano music. When you say that, and bringing memories and stuff, is something that I think a lot of kids can grow up with you or with a parent playing the Hano music while they're cleaning up. Because
Yes.
that's always been a big thing in our family is that
Mhm.
once you hear that the Hana music going, you're gonna get up and you start cleaning up and stuff, and you're gonna do that for a little bit. So yeah, I think people can do that
Yeah.
to help it
And
keep it alive.
yeah, and at backyard, cookouts, they should. I think it's the older parents, like the grandparents and the older parents, that need to probably reintroduce it to their kids and show them, give them a positive experience. And in the background, they're going to hear Tejano music, and it always bring up those good memories. And so when I started listening to Tejano music, it brought me back to my Tejano days and Tejano time, and going to nightclubs, putting on the concerts, remembering you back in the day. And I reminisced for like all summer, uh, uh, 2 years ago when I started doing this. And remember, I sent you some clips
Yeah,
of
yeah, oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was watching them all the time I could, and it just made me happy. So I think that's something that Tejano lovers that want to see it progress to the younger, start providing opportunities for these kids to create memories and enjoy Tejano music in the background, and it'll embed it in their head.
And just do the little things like barbecues and you know
Yes, birthday
try-
parties,
anything around with
family
the family.
reunions.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, exactly. Family reunions. We need to start, especially because of COVID. That people have been separated for a long time. Start bringing back like a block party. I don't know about you guys. I told you I didn't grow up with a lot of Latinos in my life, but I grew up in the military, and something in the military, we had block parties, and we had there's like a cul-de-sac, but we call it, and it's they're always like a center in these military housings. And so everybody that lived in that circle, we would have a block party like once a month, and we get all the neighbors would get out and we cook and stuff. I don't know if you ever experienced that. Did you ever have any
No,
block
no,
parties?
all of my block parties have been like at um like at the stockyards, on Exchange
Okay,
Street.
okay.
Where
I
there.
mean, when you're younger, that's probably older.
Yeah, no, yeah. When I was younger, we didn't have block parties. We had just kids running around the streets.
Okay. Do you have a lot of family that lives in Fort Worth, like relatives, cousins?
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say big like a big Mexican family, but big as far as a white family.
Okay.
Big,
So you only had like 30 or 40.
right? I would say a good 25 to 30. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So you probably had family get-togethers, kind of maybe once a month or something like that, or every other month.
like when I go see my mom every 6 weeks. No, probably less than that. I mean, we would always have just. I don't think it's like big family get-togethers. Those only come every now and then, like for
Like
graduations or
Thanksgiving,
quinceañeras, or yeah, yeah,
Christmas. All
or,
right.
or even like Labor Day or Memorial Weekend. We'll get together like those days. Yeah.
Okay. But Sam brought that up. I think you said. I
Yes,
want to give
Sam.
credit.
Mhm.
Yes. And I'm going to talk to Jerry in a little bit because he was interested in Dance Tejano. But let's get back to, let's see, we've got some more. Uh, let's see. Okay, Bumper here. I think this is where we left. He said Nathan Acosta and Grupo Salto. Ah, yes. Remember you asked him what are some new
Yeah,
groups?
you artists, yeah,
Yes.
that's cool.
Yes, Grupo Salto is real good. I saw them at Vegas Tejano, and I wish I had spent more time. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I did see him perform, and I do have footage. And that footage, I'm going to remix a lot of this stuff I've been at New West uh, and then Tejano Fanfare and Vegas Tejano, and I'm going to create a bunch of new episodes. But like I said, I'm going to start working on the little shorts. Let's see. Uh, let's see. It says Nemo has a good point about should it be played. Everybody knows when they hear a band in tune, and no, and one that is off. So that is what I use. Okay, as a music director, you don't have to play anything. Okay. Oh, one thing. Thanks, Lawrence. I agree. Uh, when I went to fanfare and a new artist, Isabel Marie. Have you heard her music?
I've heard of her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I probably heard one of her songs.
beautiful young lady, and to me, she kind of reminds me of Selena back in the day. She has a really good song that I just played for a long time. The first time I heard it, it's "No Me Miras Así." I think that's the name of it. But that was very catchy. I love that song, and so, but yeah, she was well produced because I think she first signed up with Q Productions, Selena's dad, like that in
So that's why
'80s.
she sounds like Selena, you think?
No, she gave me she reminded me about her because Selena was beautiful. She sang, she danced. Oh, but to get to the point, when I saw her at a fanfare, I could tell that band that was supporting her wasn't a traveling band with her because it did not sound very good at all. So,
See, and that sucks. I think that
yes,
just puts a damper on everything. They hear that
yes,
and they think that's the way it is. They
yeah,
hear the video, they see the video, or they hear the album. That's what they expect, and you go
yes,
see them wherever, and you get that. Like, come on,
yeah.
man,
I
invest.
I probably would have just liked her to have a CD with just the music and her sing live off of that because it ruined my experience with her music when I saw her live. I mean, she's still great. She's beautiful. She sang well, but I could tell that that band was not following her and it was kind of like playing it by ear
Wow.
like that. But I think a lot of female artists, Tano artists, get screwed over like that. They don't have a lot of traveling bands. Yeah, they weren't all lucky like Shelly did and Selena and several other ones. They don't
They were
travel.
lucky. They worked hard at it. I mean, I'm
Yes,
sure
you're right.
Shelly had
You're right.
problems.
You're
They were
you're right.
lucky.
You're right.
They all
You're
go
right.
through the same growing pains. It's just how you endure, how you persevere, and if you
Yes.
love it enough, if you want to invest enough to it, and if you believe in yourself enough to invest in
Invest in
yourself.
that.
Mhm.
That's true. You're right. I thank you for putting in my place.
It's just- you're just Shelly
Yes.
saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Let's see. That was a wow. It said Nemo. Okay, we already said that one. Nemo has a good point. He does always.
Assault.
Asalto, uh, said Miguel Hernandez, Anika, Jenny B put on an amazing show this past weekend. Oh wow.
See, yeah,
I
and I
don't
wish we could afford to bring these people over here so people can see it because we're missing out. We're missing out. We keep bringing the same people over and over again, and
mm.
we have a small. The list is just getting smaller.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? We're gonna try to put on some of these artists. I first have some heavy hitters that I'm going to put in, like Stephanie. I talked to Stevie D. He wants to do it. Jay said he would do it. Ram said he would do it. There's lots of artists that I've been talking to. David Faria said he would do it. Patsy Torres already said she would do this show. But like you said, we said last week, we got to polish up our act, get our
Well,
timing
let's
done.
start with Anika, Jenny B. Let's start with these guys.
Well, I don't want to just, I, okay. maybe, but I want to get.
Just say it. Just say it.
Uh, I
Say it.
don't. I don't want to. It's not. I'm not saying spoil it. It's a. I want to give them credit. I want them to be in a nice
You want to
show.
be able to expose them, give them
Exactly. I want
exposure.
more exposure. So we bringing these heavy hitters and that we all love to hear. That'll bring more eyes to our show, and that'll bring more eyes to these young and coming artists. That's how I feel.
Got it.
So let's see. Where else are we at? Sam. Let's see. Tejano Norteño and the smell of Fabuloso can bring
Fabuloso.
back a lot of memories.
Yes, sir.
That's true. Sam, you just too
Or some
funny.
households is pine sol, but nevertheless, same thing. Yeah. Very
I
nice,
love
Sam.
that. That was great. Let's see. Jerry says, Oraldo, will you ever bring back long hair? What do you
Yeah,
say?
let's show.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I love this hair or the lack of it. I actually shaved this morning. So
Hey, that's too much information. Hey, Jerry, were you? Did you have that long hair in the video? Was that you in that long hair, dancing, trying to be Mr. Cool with the ponytail?
uh,
Was that you? I was gonna ask you.
was
I was
Jerry
gonna
had a
ask you earlier.
ponytail.
Yeah, he put out one of the videos from Dance Tejano, and
Oh, he
there's this
did?
guy. He's smooth operator out there just dancing away, and yeah, I said that's Jerry right there.
Wait, Jerry,
I
where
could
did
be
you put
wrong.
that? Where's that show posted on? Where
He
did
didn't
he
post it.
post it
He
on you?
just sent it. He just sent it to me.
Oh, he sent it to you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
Nemo, you're gonna have to send it to me too, because
got
I
it.
gotta see it. You know, oh man, I have a box full of Dance Sahano shows. I was gonna bring it right here and show Jerry. So here's a stack of them like that. So will I ever bring back the long hair? No. I love this. I used to spend hours, well, an hour a day on my hair minimum when I had long hair. I don't want to ever go back to that.
I
And
don't think you will.
no, no. Wait, what are you trying to say?
I don't think you
Yeah,
will.
you know what? We did a 180 here. Back in the day, I had a ponytail,
Yeah, you
and
did.
and,
You had a
you,
ponytail.
yes, I did. And
Yeah.
you had a fade. It was
Oh
tight
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And
like
now I've got an extreme fade, and
yeah.
you started growing the ponytail.
So why did you go bald? Why did you do Michael Jordan?
I didn't grow balls.
So why
I,
why did you cut your hair all off?
this is what my wife says. I am selectively shaved. Uh, it
You
started
know
with a
that's
bad haircut.
that's too much information. Okay, so okay,
It.
let's talk
You
about
really
what
want to
cut
hear the
hair.
story?
Yeah, yeah. It started with
Okay.
a bad haircut. So you
It
had your
started
long
with a bad.
hair, you had your
No,
ponytail and
no.
everything. What happened?
Well, I had something called a Hollywood flat top. It was feathered in the back. It kind of looked like what's that?
Flock of seagulls.
No. It was a achy breaky heart guy
Oh,
with a. It was kind of, but without the mullet part of it, the long part. So it was It was like faded back where I could feather it back, and it was like maybe a inch and a half, 2 inch flat top on the top, like
have
that.
any pictures?
Not on me, not right now, but yes, I probably do.
I like
And
to see that.
my stylist was on vacation, and I used to live downtown in Dallas and in a high rise, and she was located in the main floor, and so she was on vacation. So whenever I went downtown, there was this one barber shop with guys with these white coats and the combs, old school. And I said, you know what? I always wanted to use that. So go over there. So I went over there and I told them what I wanted. Okay. I said, I want it layered, take about half an inch off the top and like that. And so it went, I go, oh my
Wow.
God. I didn't say it out loud, but I just knew what was happening. I didn't say anything.
They-
And what turned out is these guys were Marine barbers.
Yeah,
So I got a Marine. They didn't
yeah,
care what I said.
yeah.
He said, I said a flat top. They give me a Marine style flat top. And so it was like tight. And I only had like a little bitty hair around right here. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to shave it off and start from scratch. So I shaved it. I looked and I looked in the mirror. I go up there. I go, damn, buddy, you still look good. And so I said, I just left it there like that. I shaved my head
So
and never went
okay.
back. All right. So that was for you, Nemo. Let's see what else. So Jerry, no, I'm never gonna go back to that long hair. Nemo's gonna start doing that. Okay.
Yeah, not
You're
for
gonna
long.
put it. You're gonna put it in a
Yeah, you know
ponytail.
what? I grew up because of COVID. I used to go to the barber every 10 days, and you know, COVID came around. I didn't have to go anywhere. Yeah, I didn't have to take my clothes to the laundromat. I didn't have to shower every day. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. I could live like this. So it just started
Yeah.
growing, and I didn't worry about that much anymore. So I'm good with it. I mean, right now it's just kind of weird. Sometimes it's like sticks out when I don't want it to stick out, and but um, but yeah, it's just
Okay.
put it in a ponytail. And I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah. I'm never going back to a ponytail.
yeah,
Even
that would look cool. I mean, if you were like bald and just have a ponytail.
no. I talked to God, what's his name? Pete Asadillo one time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, remember? And he during the movie that they had to put the extensions on him, and he said, "Yeah, I missed the ponytail." But now he doesn't reach back there. Now he's got long hair. I think he's going change his style, but it's not as long as it used to be. All right, let's see who else we got. Sam. He says, "We have some young talent mariachi musicians here, and the culture is alive and well with mariachi and Tejano of all kinds. I love mariachi. Uh, yes, my favorite mariachi song. Do you have a favorite one?
I have several.
Okay, but some people might not consider mariachi because it's a Tejano swing to it. Is by Joe Lopez. Do you remember Micaela?
Oh,
Remember that one?
hmm?
That was one of my favorites, like that. And Isabel Marie, she's got a couple mariachi songs. It's real good. Several of these young artists are coming out with mariachi, and I love it.
There
It's
was
awesome.
a Gonzalez chick that sang at Mi Tierra restaurant, and
Hmm.
that thing just went viral.
Oh,
Um,
I was that on TikTok? I think I saw it on
it
TikTok.
was on TikTok, it was on YouTube, it was
Yeah.
on Facebook, it was on Instagram, it was everywhere, and
Right.
she got like
She
over 1 million hits.
yeah, I
Uh,
think she has very big lungs, doesn't she?
she sings badass mariachi songs.
Yes. I
But
think I saw that just last week. I think I saw it. All right. Lawrence says I would be happy to facilitate that. Let's make that happen anytime. I'm down. I forgot what the question was.
maybe bring an artist on.
Oh, to help us bring some new artists. That would be
I'm
cool.
thinking, yeah,
I'm sure he's got lots of connections because
yeah.
I rattle off a bunch of artists that he had on his show just recently. And let's see, Jerry says yes, that was me.
So he was a
Oh,
cool
he
guy
had
with
long hair.
long hair. Yeah, yeah, he had a
Okay,
ponytail.
yeah,
He was smooth, man. He was out there just dancing away.
okay. Mr. Clean, he's Mr. Clean now. Is he shaving a bald spot? Or oh, he's referring to me. I'm Mr. Clean probably. You
I don't
seen
know.
is Jerry shaved?
That sounds so nasty, man.
You took it there.
like, like, how am
Okay.
I supposed to know that, man? Like,
Okay.
it's
All
Jerry,
right. All
ask
right.
his wife.
Lawrence. Oh God. All right. Let's see. Alicia C has is an amazing mariachi singer. Is that who you're referring to?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
No, it was somebody else.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've heard of Alicia C. And yeah,
Okay.
again, I just wish we could bring like the new artists. I wish they would invest and just say, I'm willing to go to Dallas Fort Worth for free and just show what we have. Just or maybe like one of the radio stations, just pay for the room and board, whatever, and just bring it out here and or charge at the door and just get split it up at the door wherever.
Okay.
But
This is I think I brought it up in on either Lawrence's show or Bumper's show. I think it was Lawrence's show I was talking about, and I thought that there should be a female showcase of new artists. And Shelly actually did it this past weekend. Let me
I
see.
saw
She was
that.
at the Mexican Fiesta in Milwaukee. She
Yeah,
had a showcase with Monica from Grand Prairie and Demi Garcia, Sonia de La Plaza, and Crystal Torres, like that. And I'm thinking, why don't we do that here? Remember the Dallas Tejano Festival is happening on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I wish they had put more female artists on that. I know
They have a
Monica's going to be
slew of
there.
artists. They have a slew of artists.
Yes. Why not put more females in there? Like I promote these artists. I'm glad they have Monica out there, but they probably I would love to see like Tejano West put on a showcase of female artists,
Yeah.
and that's what I would like to see. I really do like the female singers. In any genre, I usually prefer the female singers. Um, but oh, another thing that I've noticed recently is Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. I mean, back in the day, they never used to have Tejano. Now they're like, I think Pancho's the promoter. He books a bunch. Like La Mafia's played there several times. Bobby's played there. A bunch of artists, and
Yeah. Tucanes. I mean,
Americo goes over there and takes pictures for Pancho.
mhm.
Okay, let's see. Lawrence said, "I know a lot of artists that will go. Oh, to Fort Worth. I mean to Dallas. If their expenses are covered, no one should pay to perform. What?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but then I disagree with you. I think if you want to put yourself out there, you know, you invest and you go out there and you just invest in a room and your gas and you come from San
Yeah,
Antonio. It's only a 4 hour drive, man. You know, but I
yeah.
know you need your roadies and everything else. It's just catch 2020. You know, you're like
Hmm.
you're damn
Oh,
if you do, you're damn if you don't.
you know what? I didn't realize this until Vegas Tejano. There are a lot of artists that don't travel with bands anymore. They just work with a local band. Like Bobby, he performed. They had a local band, or they had the people at Vegas Tejano. They hired another band, and just they knew his music, and they just accompanied him like that. And I think remember Frank T. Uh, he had a benefit at Tejano West a couple
For
months
yeah,
ago. Yeah, because Frank
they
got
had
in
a
a car
benefit
wreck.
for him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, and I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard how well he's doing, but yeah, there was I think Joey B, his band was I think backed up most of the artists there, and they had a guest artist, and I was really surprised who the guest artist was. They had who did they have? Stevie D was there. They promoted Stevie D there. Jaime de Ando was going to be there, but I thought for sure it was going to be Shelly or Jay because they come to Dallas Fort Worth all the time, and they have a real good relation with Frank. And did you know who came? Gary Hobbs. I was shocked because Gary Hobbs lives in the Eagle Pass. That's a border town, and so for him to come all the way, I was shocked. Matter of fact, Gary Hobbs is going to be at New West in a couple weeks. So if
Okay.
anybody wants to see him perform, and I think somebody else is playing there. Might
Oh, they
be
have plenty of
Jay.
people. They have Jay and
Oh no,
Marcos
no,
coming up.
yeah, that's the fun. I think in New West on the 9th is Gary Hobbs. On the 16th, it's going to be Jay and Marco Orozco. That's going to be a good lineup. I like that. I may go there for the 16th. Uh, okay, let's see what else. Jerry, I still got to talk to Jerry.
So what was
Um,
it exactly you're going to talk to
oh,
Jerry about?
well, because he. Okay, wait. Let's go through a couple of these. All right. Let's say I
Well,
know a
you
lot of
only
our.
have
Okay,
7 minutes left.
are we do? I
Yeah.
can't have another 15 minutes.
Here we go.
Okay. Jerry says, uh, "What you guys think about Homeboys and South Texas homies?" I like the Homeboys. We already said that Elias, our friend Elias, he's from Fort Worth. He plays for Homeboys. I like his vocals. Home South Texas homies. I haven't heard a lot of their songs. Okay. Oh, and again, I've been out of the Tejano industry for 20 years, so I'm relearning a lot of these new artists.
Yeah,
Like I,
guilty as well. I mean, I don't listen as much as I used to. Again, I'm the radio kind of guy that just listens to stations, and most of the stations are all regional Mexican. And
yeah,
I'll listen to La Firme, like, oh, you know, I can't name any right now, but
Oh yeah,
the Freedom is one of the big ones that on there. Julian Alvarez and stuff. So, but wait,
I've got things in my hands, and I Freddie Records. I love Freddie Records. Okay, because they sent me a bunch of DVDs of their new videos. Okay, so my cousin Sammy Salceda, Freddie Records is doing something that you're not, and all you artists, Shelly, I understand you're busy. It's your last tour, but please digitize those. I would love to have your videos. But I've got La Fiebre. You know what? I didn't. I've heard of La Fiebre before, but I loved them at Fanfare. They were awesome. And then I saw them again at Vegas Sound. Awesome band. I loved it. They're one of my new favorite show bands because there's a couple trumpet players and I think it was a bodybuilder or something like that. But they
it's,
play. I think it was
yeah,
known as that, right? I don't
yeah,
know
no,
if
no,
it's another.
they're good. They're a good band. I think what hurts bands that are good, that were good at one time, and they lose their lead singer or they
Yes.
change
Yeah.
people, and so people don't follow them as much, and they think they're not as good. But you're right. I mean, they're pretty good. They were pretty good whenever I saw
Yeah.
them with the
Yeah.
new singer.
Someone new that I've never heard until just the past year or so. Lucky Joe. This is
Oh
a
yeah,
Lucky Joe. Yes, he's
nice.
good. Some of these other one, I have no idea who they are, but I'm gonna watch. Ah, Elida Yavante. I mean, Elida Reina. So I've got her some new videos, and I'm
It's
looking forward to
Elida.
that.
It's
Yeah,
Elida.
Elida, Elida,
Elida. Yeah.
Elida. You know what? She corrected my my pronunciation of her name back in the day. Yeah, and
You called her
yeah,
Elida.
yes, and she goes Elida. I like that, and I probably still mispronounce. I'm sorry if she's listening. I suck at Spanish, and I'm trying my best right now. And Los Palominos,
It's
Solido.
solid.
Solido is another group that I haven't heard, and I've just recently been
Solid.
introduced to,
Solid
and
band.
I do like them. Yes. Uh, let's see, Grupo Anaya. I haven't seen this one yet. Some of these are norteño. That I don't. Stevie D is on Freddie Records. Sorry, not Joey Records. Freddie Records. Elita, I already said that. Lucky Joe. And here's a compilation. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. Oh, and Jimmy Gonzalez. I got a video from him also, from them. So I'm looking forward to transferring them and putting those on the show when I start re-editing. But I wanted everybody to know I am getting new videos. Well, at least new videos for me. What else? Okay, we're almost finished. Let's say you were right, Nemo. This is from Lawrence. You can invest in yourself, but if your event only has 20 people, then it's not worth it. If you were a potential for a lot of more, then yes, they will go. Okay. So I think a showcase would split the expenses and bring in a lot of people. Oh, you know who's here? Dr. Joe, my brother. I don't know what he's talking about. You gonna get me in trouble? Let's see what he said. It's called life, but glad you guys are getting back into this. Okay,
I
I guess
I guess this.
the hiatus that we had
Yeah.
20 years or something like that. Uh, okay,
Life happens.
okay. I'd like to thank everybody about that's commented, and but I do want to talk to Jerry at this time. All right, so give me a couple minutes, Nemo, so I can talk to him. He Here he is. He said, "Lucky Joe jams. Seen him live before. Yes, I haven't seen him live, but I've seen his videos and heard some of his record shows. Okay, now Jerry, you're the one that likes Dance Tejano. Why don't you recreate it? You ever think of that? Where does Jerry live? Does he live in Fort Worth?
I think he lives in North. I could be wrong, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely from Fort Worth.
If he lived in Dallas, I'm pretty sure I could talk to the people in New West and do like a what Dan Sahano did back in the day is get like a couple high schools, and get some kids start learning how to dance, and that could foster some new memories. And I think a lot of kids nowadays, they don't know how to dance, with partners, right? And that's one thing I enjoyed about dancing Tejano and salsa dancing. During those 20 years that I was kind of gone from the Tejano, I was salsa dancing, and I really enjoyed that. And Jerry, it doesn't take much. You need a couple people with iPhones, and then just edit it together. And after a while, you could do it. It's you could do it. It was actually the first name of the
We can do
we
it.
could do it. We could do it is the name of Dance Sahano before it was Dance Sahano. So, and since he was an old school member of that, he could bring it back. And I'm sure he could talk to Ricky and bring it back. I'm sure since he's a DJ, right? That's what you're telling me.
But
Mhm.
he still does. Obviously, he does. I'm not sure if he's in banking on anymore, but
Okay.
he's in Dallas. Yeah, he works. He's in Dallas now.
Oh, he is. He lives in Dallas, or he
I don't
works
know
in
if he lives
Dallas.
in Dallas. He just works in Dallas. He
Okay.
has. I can't remember.
Okay. So let's see. Lawrence says it's String View, guys. Great show. Have a good night. Okay. Thanks, Lawrence, for being here. I really enjoy show. You need I think Lawrence's show comes out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I think he does it three, but sometimes he does it on Saturdays. And I really like his shows. I try to catch as many as I can live, but I end up watching the replay a bunch of times. And same thing goes with the Bumper show. Uh, Rock and Roll James, I've never met him, but he has a show pretty much every day. I see, and he does little clips throughout the day and throughout the weekend. He's good. And let's see. Oh, Jerry said he lives in Fort Worth, and just says, "Say I'm good friends with lots of people from the show. Hey, you could bring it back. If y'all have kids, you could bring the kids, and second generation of Dance Tejano. And I'm sure there's some nightclubs that Nemo you could help them with, like during the day that when they're not open. It's an after school prevention program. Uh, I think that would be
They
awesome.
used to, they didn't dance at a nightclub back in the day, right? It
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
a
they did.
hall.
No, 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 no,
Was
no.
it?
It was at nightclubs. We did it at We Can Do It. We did it at a few other ones too. You could ask
Okay.
Jerry. They were all.
All right.
I think
All right.
most of them were nightclubs. Like that. And Sam says, "Great show, guys. Thanks. We're trying to get better. At least we didn't get it through any of these internet hiccups like we did the past two shows. But oh, okay. My brother said it used to be called Estilo Tejano, right? Tejano style. You're
I
right.
don't know. Ask Jerry. He's the one that would know.
Yeah, Jerry. Jerry should know. And you know what? Just give me a few more minutes. I want to recap some of the stuff. Hey, you know what? I sent you the pictures for the flyer from Trader Joe's. Trader
Hmm.
Joe's. Trader Village.
Hmm.
Did you make out the name of who's going to be there this weekend? I think it's this Sunday.
I did not.
I saw I saw Jaime de Anda,
Oh
and I
yeah.
think yeah. I could not read it. I was hoping that you could read it off that flyer that I sent you.
It says
You know what?
Conjunto Prestigio,
Okay,
Vida.
Vida? No, not
Mm,
Grupo Vida.
I don't know who that is.
Bandits. Cajuto Bandits is on there, and I can't tell out the other one. I tried to enlarge it, and it was all grainy. But
Yeah, it is
it's at
grainy.
yeah. So it's a Cajuto Fest, September 1st. So Jaime de Anda is going to be there, so I know it's going to be a good show there. And it's
Yeah,
I think
because
it's
that's
only
what it is. It's Hyman. It's JDA. That's his band now.
yeah, and it's only $5 for parking, so it's pretty much a free event, and you can do all that. But Nemo, I gave you don't say his name out loud, but the promoter for Trader Village, right?
Okay, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Okay, I did. Oh, you didn't read my text. Okay, fine.
Yeah, you
Um,
said something about Vegas. He was from Vegas.
yeah, I met him in Vegas, Tejano, but
Okay.
he's the promoter for uh, Trader Village for I think is Dallas, Grand
And
Prairie,
why
San
don't you want
Antonio,
to plug him?
Houston.
Why
Well,
don't
I
you
don't
want
know
to
if
plug
you
them?
want, 'cause I don't know if I guess we could promote him. You want to say his name?
Um,
I think
let me
it's
see what it says.
let's see, it's AJ Solis.
Yeah,
And
you said the promoter I met in Vegas. I thought you could use it, but no, I didn't get no information on him.
well, I sent you a picture of his card.
Are you? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I
Yeah,
see the card.
it's right above that. But it's AJ Solis, and he's a good looking guy. I mean, he's got a tight beard. Wait, what? I can't say that.
I'm no, thank you.
Okay, all right. I didn't say you're a good looking guy. I said he was. All right,
I'm
all
okay with
right.
that.
And he's got he used to be a DJ, and do you remember who Carlito is? He had a
Carlito.
music video. Carlito, he had a music video called Resto Amor. I think it was Sony, and I think La Mafia was the group that in that kind of got him into music, the Tejano industry. But
Okay.
Resto Amor, I have an interview with him in It's Tejano Time, and if you look at the intro for my show, he's on a little clip of that, and you know who he sings with? He's the lead singer of a band now. You know who it is? Uh oh, I I told you I was gonna wait about a month, but guess what? Come here.
Wait, you're videotaping this?
Yeah, she's live. This is my daughter, Olivia. Say hi.
Hi.
You know what time it is, Olivia?
It's the Hello time.
No, it's
All right,
8:06. It's
I love
8:06,
you.
Olivia.
Okay, I gotta go.
What clock are
sweetie.
you looking at?
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
I love you, sweetie. Okay, let's not do this again for a long time. Okay. I mean,
Hey, Olivia.
Barkley.
Whenever you grow up, are you
She
gonna
can't
visit
hear
your
you.
dad more than
She can't
more
hear
than? All right.
She can't hear you. She
Hey.
can't. Olivia, you need to step
Have a
step
great
away.
time.
Thank you,
And make
sweetheart.
sure to have lots of followers.
Mwah. Okay, thank you.
And be expired too.
Okay, Olivia. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, where your fur babies?
Yeah.
Diva. Okay, I wanted to promote this event again one more time at for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Remember that?
Right. Speaking of that, I think you should get that would be one person we might be able to interview. Would be
Who's
like
that?
him, the promoter for that other event.
Oh, AJ Solis. Yeah.
Not AJ Solis, because that's this weekend, right?
Yes, that's true.
We should interview the other guys for the other event.
Yeah,
The
I think his
Tejano
name is
Fest.
Alberto Moreno. I think is
Uh,
his name.
Alberto, and there's also Robert. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, there's a couple other promoters.
well, I think it's a group of people. Yeah, I don't think it's just one.
Okay. Well, why don't you reach out to the people you know? Because Alberto's kind of ghosted me this past week.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Thanks. Okay, but we're all about promoting, so I want to promote this again. One quick let's scroll down this Friday the 9th. It's gonna be Crystal Skies, Alanis Nino, the Iconics. You said something about Los Desperados. They've got a young guy singing, lead singer now. I
Yeah,
think you said their son.
Mike and Lee. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it was their son.
Yeah, okay. Well, Iconics, they got a young guy too. Is Mike Gonzalez. He's awesome. Tejano Highway 281. I think Bumper said they're from the Valley.
They're a solid
Right?
band. Mhm.
Okay, the good one. Texas Latino. Oh, you know what? This is I wanted to Angelica. Have you heard of Angelica? She's
You be
beautiful.
more specific.
Angelica is the backup singer for right now at Texas Latino.
Okay.
Okay. And Olivia. Okay. She's the backup singer for Texas Latina, and I saw her several times. She's beautiful. She's got a great voice. She used to have a band. I can't remember the other band, but she sang at Vegas Town. Is like the after party. She sang a song by Prince. I was going, oh my god! I thoroughly enjoyed the after party, and she was an awesome singer. But Gabe is the lead singer of Texas Latino. He's awesome, and I encourage everybody to go there. And of course, the Godfather of Tejano, DLG. Yeah, he's going to be there on Friday. That's a great lineup. Saturday, they've got Magnifico Siete, and I think Bumper said they sound like La Mafia. Okay,
Hmm.
you know, tell you the truth, I'm not a big fan of La Mafia. They all their songs sound the same to me. What's your opinion?
They
I
they're good. They've lasted.
Yeah,
I'm talking about La Mafia. I'm not talking about
La
Magnifico.
Mafia. That's who I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. They've been able to last this long. You know,
Okay, well, yeah, I'm sure they're good, but they're not. They weren't like Moss. Moss is awesome. I mean, Moss didn't always sound the
for a
same.
while there, they were rivals.
Yeah,
For
oh,
a
they
while
were.
there,
Okay.
back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm more of a Moss fan than I would ever be for La Mafia.
Yeah, and Mafia went international first before
Yeah,
anybody else did. So
yeah.
kudos to them.
But yeah. I mean, I do have lots of their videos. I do get dinged a lot for La Mafia videos because they don't think I have the rights to do it, but I show them that little fax. I email it all the time, and so and sometimes if I have to, if some of the videos are short, it's because I have to clip them out or I won't have a show for that week back in the day. But the homeboys, our boy Elias is going to be there on Saturday. Monica Saldivar, a local, she's going to be there. I'm glad there's a female artist there. Grupo Presión, I don't know who they are.
Are you
Okay.
serious?
No.
Presión,
Are they
Presión will
good?
rock your ass off. They are
Are they?
badass. They're a badass
What-
band. They're
How
like
long?
underrated here
How
in
long
the
have they been
DFW
around?
area. Oh, they were Garces brothers before. They're Presión. They've been around for a long time.
Are they independent or do they have a record label
Yeah, I'm
behind them?
sure. You know, it's a family, and although they're great musicians, and they're that it's not. I don't think the music is their priority. I think they all have businesses that they run and stuff.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I
but
feel
they're
like
awesome. I mean,
a lot.
if you ever have a chance, they will
Well,
rock your
I
ass off.
whether I get a media pass or not, I'm going to this event. I'm hoping I can get a media pass to go, and maybe hopefully you could go too. I'm not sure if you're able to go, but uh, I'm planning to go, and I'm going to bring my camera,
There you go.
and I'm going to see if I can get back there and get a bunch of interviews and contacts and put them on. And so I will definitely hear them, and I'll check them out. And then Desperados, I'm going to hear their new lead, I mean the young lead singer that you're telling me about. And then Ram, he's going to be there, and Los Palominos are going to be there.
Powerful lineup.
Yeah, I'm not
They're
too
solid,
keen.
man.
Oh yeah,
Palominos is solid.
it's a solid lineup, but I may cut out early because
Okay.
after
All right.
Ram, I'm not a Los Palominos fan. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen
If
to them.
you're not a Mafia fan, I can see that. I can
Okay.
see that because it's kind of the same genre there.
Yeah, and so I'll probably cut out early. I might take some footage just to have it, but I'm not gonna stay for closing for that one. And then Sunday, Cajunto Cats. I'm gonna ask one of the guys there if he's has a crush on
Oh, here we go.
Bumper's daughter. I doubt he's gonna say yes because I know which one it is, but I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Thank you.
Which one it is? Okay, and Gente. Since you guys told me about him, and I saw Bumper's a show on with Gente, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to see that. And David Farias, that's why I'm going. I love seeing David Farias like that.
He's fun, yeah, definitely
Yes,
entertaining.
and Los Garcia brothers. Don't really know who they are. I don't remember.
The Zoot Suits, really? Okay.
Oh, they're the Zoot Suits guys.
Yeah.
I think they might have played at Vegas Tejano.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
I don't know if I like them or not. Probably not. I can't remember. See,
All
that's
right.
how I'm impression. But I will watch them again, the Zoot Suit guys, and then Jay. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna stick around for Jay for sure. And the finale is Little Joe, and I haven't seen Little Joe in a long time, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him. And hopefully, I'll get Little Joe to come on the show. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
There you go.
So
There
that's
you
the
go.
lineup. We're over. Thanks, Nemo, for letting us go 15 minutes over. So past your bedtime.
Yeah,
Maybe?
thank you.
Okay, but I appreciate it. I hope everybody else appreciates, and they'll return for next week. And I gave a little promo before. Hopefully that's why a lot of people come back or watch the replay on. I put it on Facebook, a bunch of Facebook groups. But I'm your host Oraldo from It's Tejano Time, and
Nemo with Tejano USA.
and you're listening to Tejano Talk. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you
See
for
you
watching. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank you.
participating. Love
Okay.
y'all.
See you next week. Bye. End of broadcast.